So this is an emotional message, and you're not going to believe this, but somebody shed tears over you, and this is the message they want to give you. So with that, let me pull out some cards and see what that message is. The word sorry comes out, which isn't surprising, because if they're in tears, then there's definitely going to be an apology that's going to be following, isn't it? So the words harmony, independence, investment, saving face, freedom, outside forces, magic, flashback, answers. Now let's talk about the magic. In this particular case, I am not seeing like black magic or that level of negativity. This magic, well, first of all, am I allowed to bounce up and down at the word that they cried over you? Because I think that's a win for you. And this sounds really sadistic, and I apologize for that. But I think the energy that I'm getting, it's not that I'm not being empathetic, compassionate, sensitive to their energy and crying. I think at the moment I'm being team you, and basically realizing what frustration and waiting and anger and crying and heartfelt so much you've been doing yourself. So being able to hear the words that you're not the only one who's been in pain, who's been crying, who's been feeling emotional, kind of feels, what's the word, confirmation, reassurance, assurance. That's basically what I'm feeling, hence why the feeling of wanting to jump up and down, because it's very much about getting that confirmation. It's not just you. You're not on this alone. There is something there. They feel it too. So that's a relief that tears were shed, because when tears are shed, there's different levels of things going on. One is the healing, because you're releasing all of that pain, frustration that you've been carrying within, whether it's to do with past traumas or whether it's to do with the current situation. It's that importance that this is needed. Secondly, with regards to when you are crying, it's an acknowledgement as well, and it's a conscious acknowledgement, because otherwise why would you be crying if it's stuck in your subconscious? You're not, well, I'm hoping you don't, but hey, I've had it happen randomly where I've just burst into tears and then sat there going, why am I crying? But that's very rare. With me, it's picking up other energies, but in your case, I'm assuming it's not a regular thing. But somebody crying over something is acknowledging that there's a reason for it to be crying. So this is being brought to their utmost conscious mind, which is also a good thing. So if you look at it like a stepping stone, so they've cried, they've acknowledged that they have feelings for you, they know how they feel towards you. The crying is the frustration, it's the anger, it's maybe a magnitude of release and acknowledgement and things coming into the conscious mind where they're realizing, yes, they like you, yes, they want to be with you, they're frustrated with things not moving forward, or maybe how the current things are. But with all of that, because you know yourself that once your tears have cleared and you've released whatever it is, and it doesn't matter how long it's taken you, you do have, or you will get into a state where there's peace, where there's clarity, because the block, which was probably all of those things, you know, the frustration, the anger, the low self-worth, so many other things. When all of that has gone, then there is nothing else that's blocking. So all you will then have is you. And it's a clarity, and it's you being able to listen to your intuition, for you to be able to get the messages that you've been maybe asking for but not getting. And this is basically what has been happening with the person, that they have had this epiphany, and I said it right, and been able to acknowledge quite a few things. Whether they've acknowledged it and shared it with others is a different thing, but that the main thing is that they themselves know, which is the more important thing. And with this crying comes a lot of answers, comes a lot of flashbacks, because they have been reliving situations, meetings, conversations, messages, whatever kind of contact you guys may have had or not had. It's been playing like a recording through their mind. They've been looking at themselves, but they've been looking at you as well, and kind of reading between the lines, looking for signs. And there is change coming, because, and let me also say, it's not the first time, last time that they will cry over you, because we're all humans, we all have our own journey and stuff. So yeah, so it's not like a one-time crying, because equally you cry over them and the situation and the frustration and everything else. So having said that, what does it mean now? What does it mean now that you've heard that they've cried over you? What does that signify? It signifies movement. It signifies acknowledgement on their side. It signifies decisions that they are making, will be making, have made. I'm not sure which sequence they're sitting in, but and with those decisions and everything else comes action towards you, which is, you know, what we want ultimately to be happening in this reading. So wonderful that they've cried, but also wonderful that forces outside of their control, which is their guides, your guides, the universe, the angels, anybody and everybody that can carry some kind of power, is behind them, nudging them, pushing them, whether they're on the earthly plane, like friends, family, colleagues, or whether it's in the other realms, the 5D. Everybody has your back, but is on their back. I love that. And with all of those things said, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to book a one-to-one reading, then hop along to the bio. All the links are there, and hop along to our shop and check out all of our items for manifesting love, abundance, and anything else you may want. I'll even throw in some tissues there for the crying. And with all of those things said, I'll see you next time.